Good afternoon, it's your man Earl. We are live wire here in the bookstore, and as you can still see, we are in Secrets of the Vine, Breaking Through to Abundance, a book that we have here. It's in the Christian bookstore, and once again, I strongly, highly recommend that you invest in your walk with God. All right, we do these book reviews, we do these tips because we understand the value of when a person who believes in the Most High God, who has a relationship with his son, Yeshua, sealed by the Holy Spirit, you need to invest in what you believe in. And a lot of the frustration that we have as people of God, as children of God, as followers of the way, as disciples of Christ, is we do not invest in our walk with God. We buy shoes, we buy purses, we buy suits, we buy cars, but we don't invest in our walk with God. So let me get off that rant right quickly. Episode 258, September 15th, 2023, talking about Secrets of the Vine. Now, last video, I told you I didn't give you a secret because I want you to invest in your walk with God. But we did talk about that mature branches require heavy pruning. Okay, so the longer you've been, quote unquote, attached to the vine or attached to the branch, and you could say it either way, but the Bible talks about Christ is a branch, we're the vines, and so I need to make that very specific. So the longer that you've been growing as a vine, the heavier the pruning needs to be. This is straight out of John 15, by the way. So this is not my opinion. Straight out of John's gospel, the Gospel of John, chapter 15. Look at it, read it. But let me give you today's subject matter. Episode 258, September 15, 2023. How are you living? Once again, how are you living? Now, this is not a direct secret, but it's based off of a secret of the vine. And a lot of times you are frustrated, you are upset. Some people are even disappointed. Some people allow themselves to get angry with God, angry with the pastor, angry with the church, angry with the choir director, angry with the usher ministry, angry with the trustee, angry at the church board, angry at the executive pastor, and the list goes on. Angry at the pastor's wife. You name it. Somebody who is involved with that church, somebody is angry. And why is it? They never look at how they are living. They look at everybody else, including the spouse, if you're married. Look at the children that you birthed or you created if you're a man. But do you look at yourself? So one of the secrets to breaking through to abundance is checking how you are living. And I mean that word living as in your lifestyle. Because your lifestyle creates what you have and what you don't have. Your lifestyle is a stark reflection of the choices that you have made, not just yesterday, not just last week, not just last year, not just 2 years ago, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 years ago. And I can stop right there, okay? Because if I get too deep, I'm gonna say some things that you might be upset about, and now you're gonna be mad at me. But I just want to ask you a question, okay? How are you living? Because either you are living as a follower of the way, as a follower of the Most High God through his son, as a disciple of Christ, or you are not. And guess what? I'm not talking about the mistakes that you may or you may not make. I'm talking about what's your lifestyle? If you're around me for any time period of any period of length, I talk about the default switch. We all have a default switch. When we are under the gun, when we're under pressure, when our backs up against the wall, we act all of us act a certain way. And the default switch, or your default mentality, or your default ideology, or you're like this one, your default theology shows itself, manifests itself, behaves itself through your lifestyle. I'll give you two things, okay? Okay, let me relax. I'm getting excited. Do you live as if God is mad at you? Some people live like God is angry with them. Here's another one. Some people live as if God doesn't like them. Man, God don't like me. Oh, man, God's upset with me. And you hear it when people talk about, oh, God's whooping me. Oh, God's beat me over the head. Oh, man, God don't like me. God must have it in for me. You hear these theological statements, and these statements, you are hearing how someone actually feels about God and how they see themselves. I should charge y'all for that. How are you living? How are you living? Episode 258 on the docket, September 15th, 2023. Here's a secret. You got to check how you're living. What is your ideology? What is your mentality? And I could go on for an hour, y'all, because this is so important. Because we live like God is angry at us. We live like God doesn't like us. We live like God is our enemy. And you hear people, I'm talking about pastors, I'm talking about preachers, I'm talking about elders, I'm talking about bishops, I'm talking about ushers, I'm talking about choir members, I'm talking about Sunday school teachers. You hear people say these things, and I'm asking you, how are you living? This is your man Earl, Secrets of the Vine, episode 258. Check how you are living. It is a secret to breaking through to abundance. You know the word says, out of the abundance of the mouth, the heart speaks. And that heart, and we're talking biblical now, the very essence of how you feel about you, how you feel about God, how you know about you, and how you know about God. And I said it that way on purpose, and so you can understand what I'm talking about. Okay? It's your man Earl. God bless you. God keep you. Episode 258 on the docket. God bless you. Peace.